Good evening, Eagles fans, and welcome back to your go-to source for all things Philadelphia football. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the gridiron with that signature Birds passion. Picture this, it's the final seconds of a nail-biter, the score's against you, and your quarterback launches a desperate Hail Mary. But what if he doesn't just stand there watching? What if he sprints downfield like a wide receiver, ready to snag his own pass? That's exactly the kind of fire we're talking about today, folks. And it proves one thing, the Philadelphia Eagles are still hungry for that Lombardi trophy. Let's dive right in. First off, let's set the scene from Sunday's showdown at Empower Field at Mile High. The Eagles, coming off an undefeated start to the season, faced off against a gritty Denver Broncos squad. It was a defensive battle from the jump, with both teams trading blows like heavyweight boxers. But in the end, Philly fell short, 21-17, marking their first loss of the year. Now, I know that stings, especially for a team that's been flying high. The Birds had chances to pull ahead, but miscues and a stout Broncos defense kept them grounded. Jalen Hurts, our dual-threat dynamo at quarterback, was under the microscope as always. And let me tell you, while the loss has sparked some chatter about the team's mojo, Hurts himself? He's emerging as the unquestioned leader, showing that championship grit we've come to love. Speaking of Hurts, let's break down his performance because, wow, what a stat line amidst the chaos. He dropped back 44 times, airing it out with 38 pass attempts. That's more than we've seen from him all season. He connected on 23 of those for a whopping 280 yards, his highest total so far this year, and punched in 2 touchdowns without a single interception. That's efficiency, folks. Sure, there were a few misses, moments where the ball sailed wide or the timing was off. Post-game, the team pointed to communication breakdowns, those little hiccups in the huddle or at the line that can derail even the best plays. And then there were the sacks, 6 of them, which is a tough pill to swallow for any offensive line. But hold on, not all were on the protection. The first 2 came when Hurts scrambled out of the pocket and stepped out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Hey, that's the risk with a mobile QB like him. He's always looking to make something happen, even if it backfires sometimes. But here's where it gets really exciting, and this is the moment that's got everyone buzzing. Amid all the finger-pointing and second-guessing after the loss, one play stands out like a beacon of hope. It's the final snap, with the Eagles trailing and time expiring. Tensions were high after a controversial no-call on pass interference against tight end Dallas Goedert. Fans were livid, and rightfully so. That could have changed everything. Coach Nick Sirianni dials up the Hail Mary, the ultimate prayer of a play. Hurts rears back, launches a rocket toward the end zone, and then? He doesn't just watch. No, sir. This guy takes off sprinting down the field, full speed, like he's auditioning for a receiver spot. He's hustling to get under his own pass, ready to leap and snag it if it tips his way. Philadelphia Eagles Central caught this on replay Monday morning, and it's gone viral. Millions of views already. He got darn close to the end zone too, but the ball didn't quite have the hang time for him to meet it there. What an unbelievable effort. It's the kind of play that screams, I want this win more than anything. Don't ever question Jalen Hurts' will to win again, Eagles Nation. This is your quarterback putting his body on the line, literally, to rally the troops. Now, let's zoom out a bit and put this in perspective. The Eagles have a storied history of resilience, dating back to their founding in 1933. Think about it. Through the lean years, the glory days, they've always embodied that Philly toughness. Remember the 2017 Super Bowl run? Under Doug Peterson, with Nick Foles stepping in after Carson Wentz's injury, they shocked the world by beating Tom Brady and the Patriots 41-33 in Super Bowl 52. That Philly special trick play? Iconic. It was the city's first Super Bowl win, and the parade down Broad Street? Pure pandemonium. Over 2 million fans chanting, Fly Eagles Fly, that timeless anthem that's been belted out since the 1960s. Fast forward to today, and this team is building on that legacy. Jalen Hurts, the 26-year-old out of Alabama and Oklahoma, has been a revelation since being drafted in 2020. He's not just a passer, he's a rusher too, with over 3,000 career rushing yards already. Pair him with weapons like A.J. Brown, the powerhouse wideout we traded for in 2022. Brown's got that speed and strength, hauling in contested catches like it's nothing. Then there's Devonta Smith, the Slim Reaper, a Heisman winner from Alabama who's as shifty as they come. And don't forget the heart of the line, Jason Kelce. Though he's retired now, his influence lingers. That fiery center who anchored the O-line for 13 seasons and became a podcast sensation with his brother Travis. Tactically, this loss highlights some areas for growth. The offensive line, usually a strength with guys like Lane Johnson and Jordan Mailata, struggled against Denver's pass rush. Those 6 sacks. That's not the norm for a unit that's allowed the fewest pressures in the league over the past couple years. Communication issues. Maybe it's route concepts not syncing up, or audibles getting lost in the noise of a hostile crowd. Defensively, the Eagles held Denver to 21 points, which is solid, but they couldn't force enough turnovers. Vic Fangio's scheme is aggressive, blitz-heavy, but against a quarterback like Bo Nix, who managed the game well, they needed more disruption up front. Compare this to last season. The Birds started hot, made it to the Super Bowl, but fell to the Chiefs 38-35 in a heartbreaker. Hurts threw for 304 yards and ran for 70 in that game, scoring 3 times on the ground. This year, they're still atop the NFC East, that brutal division with rivals like the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, the America's team debates never end, and the New York Giants, who've given us classics like the 2008 playoff upset. Not to mention the Washington Commanders, always sneaky. Statistically, Philly's offense ranks in the top 5 for yards per game, but this loss drops their record to, 5-1 or whatever it is, still elite, but it raises questions about sustaining that Super Bowl drive. I caught up with a fictional expert analyst. Let's say it's Merrill Reese, the legendary Eagles radio voice, in my mind's eye. He'd say something like, "Folks, that Hail Mary sprint from Hurts? That's the stuff of legends." It reminds me of Donovan McNabb in his prime, scrambling like a madman. This team has the talent. Reggie White's ghost is smiling down on that defensive line, but they need to tighten those screws on communication. Or imagine Hurts himself post-game, "Man, I just wanted to do whatever it takes." We're not done. This loss fuels us. Fly Eagles fly, baby. Fans are echoing that online, tweets pouring in like, "Jalen's heart is unmatched." #Eagles strong. Even pop culture ties in. Think about how the Eagles inspired scenes in movies like Invincible with Mark Wahlberg, capturing that underdog spirit. Or current events. With the NBA season tipping off, it's fun to draw parallels to Karl-Anthony Towns building with the Knicks. But for us, it's all about Hurts laying the foundation for another ring. Looking ahead, this loss could be a wake-up call. Implications? It tightens the NFC race. Teams like the 49ers and Lions are lurking. But with games against the Commanders and Cowboys looming, Philly has a chance to rebound big. Predictions? I see them finishing 13-4, clinching the division, and making a deep playoff push. Hurts could hit 4,000 passing yards if they keep airing it out. Injuries are key, no major ones yet, but that O-line needs to stay healthy. Expert opinion. If they channel this motivation, watch out, they could replicate that 2017 magic. Alright, Eagles faithful, that's the wrap on this report. But don't hang up those jerseys yet. Tune in Sunday for the bounce back against whoever's next. Head to Lincoln Financial Field if you can. Feel that electric atmosphere, the sea of midnight green. Chant it with me. Fly Eagles fly. Keep the passion alive, subscribe for more updates, and let's chase that Super Bowl together. Until next time, this is your Eagles anchor signing off.